Ready or not, here I come.
But wait, where did all my dinosaur friends disappear to in this giant jungle? Welcome to the sunny, prehistoric jungle. Meet Barnaby, a bright green, chubby baby T-Rex with a big smile and orange spots on his back. Today is a beautiful day, and Barnaby is ready for a fun adventure. This wide clearing is his absolute favorite playground. It has a giant hollow boulder, a massive fern bush, a tall palm tree, and a fallen log. Suddenly, Barnaby heard happy footsteps and flapping wings. His two best friends arrived. Toby, a chunky blue triceratops with 3 yellow horns, trotted into the clearing. Above him flew Penny, a bright pink pterodactyl with beautiful wings. They gathered together right in the middle of the jungle. Barnaby was thrilled to see them. When these friends meet, something incredibly fun always happens.
Let's play hide and seek, Barnaby announced with a huge smile. Toby stomped his feet in excitement, and Penny did a joyful loop in the sky. Hide and seek is a brilliant game. One person covers their eyes and counts, while the others hide. Barnaby bravely volunteered to count first. Toby and Penny could hide anywhere near the giant boulder, fern, tree, or log. Barnaby waddled over to the tall brown palm tree on the right. He closed his eyes tightly and covered his face with his short little arms. 1, 2, 3. He started counting in a loud, clear voice. The prehistoric jungle became completely still. The giant boulder, massive fern, and fallen log waited quietly. Barnaby promised he wouldn't peek until he reached number 10. While Barnaby counted 4, 5, 6, Toby the blue triceratops panicked, looking for the best hiding spot. The stream was too wet, and the fallen log was too small for him. Finally, he spotted the massive green fern bush next to the giant hollow boulder. Toby tiptoed as quietly as he could, making his way behind the enormous green leaves to hide. Barnaby was getting closer, declaring 7, 8, 9. Penny the pink pterodactyl had to act fast. She couldn't hide on the ground because her wings were too big. She looked up at the giant hollow gray boulder. With a swift flap, Penny flew up and tucked herself perfectly on top, ducking her head down so only her eyes could peek over the edge. 10! Ready or not, here I come! Barnaby shouted with excitement. He spun around from the tall palm tree and opened his big eyes. He looked left, right, up, and down. The jungle clearing was completely silent. There was no blue triceratops and no pink pterodactyl to be seen. Barnaby chuckled to himself. The grand search was officially beginning right now. Barnaby took his very first steps into the middle of the clearing. He had to be smart. When playing hide and seek, you must look at your surroundings carefully. He slowly scanned the shadows around the giant boulder and the tall palm tree. He listened closely, but only heard the bubbling stream and rustling wind. Barnaby put his hand on his chin, thinking deeply. His first idea was to check the big fallen brown log near the stream. Barnaby waddled over, bending down to peek behind the thick bark. Aha! He shouted triumphantly. But when he looked, there was absolutely nothing there. Just some grass and a tiny ladybug. Barnaby laughed out loud. The log was way too small to hide his chunky friends anyway. Barnaby realized he needed to use logic and patience. He stood perfectly still, letting his bright green eyes wander across the boulder, the fern, and the palm tree. Suddenly, he noticed something peculiar. One of the large leaves on the massive fern bush was twitching, and right near the bottom, sticking out from the dirt, he saw the tip of a yellow horn. With very slow, deliberate steps, Barnaby sneaked toward the massive green fern bush next to the giant hollow boulder. He crept closer and closer, making absolutely sure his heavy dinosaur feet didn't make a loud thud. The little yellow horn definitely belonged to his best friend. Barnaby raised his short little arms, took a deep breath, and got ready to shout.
"Found you, Toby!"
Barnaby shouted gleefully, pulling aside a giant green leaf. Toby the blue triceratops jumped up with a start, letting out a funny snort of surprise. "Oh, barnacles, you found me!" Toby laughed, shaking the dirt off his horns. Barnaby did a joyful victory dance. He found his first friend by being patient. Now only one friend was left to find. "All right, Penny, where could you possibly be?" Barnaby asked, scratching his green head. Toby stood right beside him, ready to help. They walked past the stream and the fallen log. They inspected the tall palm tree all the way to the coconuts, but saw no pink wings. The clearing was out of large hiding spots. Where would a flying pterodactyl go to hide? Barnaby and Toby stood quietly, completely stumped. Barnaby remembered he must observe everything carefully. He started scanning the bottom of the giant hollow gray boulder. He slowly moved his eyes higher and higher, all the way to the top edge. And suddenly, right there, peeking perfectly over the rounded stone top, he saw two bright little eyes staring back at him. "I spy a pink pterodactyl on top of the giant boulder," Barnaby cheered loudly. Penny popped up, spreading her beautiful pink wings against the sunny sky. She swooped down gracefully and landed softly next to Barnaby and Toby. "You are too good at this game," Penny chirped. Barnaby beamed with pride. By taking his time and observing, he found both of his friends. Playing hide-and-seek taught Barnaby that if we stay patient and pay close attention to the world around us, we can solve any puzzle. Observing carefully is a superpower. We hope you loved playing with Barnaby, Toby, and Penny today. If you had fun, please hit the like button and subscribe to Playtime Puzzles. Keep exploring, and we'll see you next time.